There's always something new in this garden, so let's jump right into it. Everything's coming up nicely in the greenhouse, way overcrowded. So I will be thinning this out, and as soon as I can, transplanting some of it, because I want to keep as much of this as I can. I've been pulling up some flowers that were taking up a lot of room over in this area, making room for my mustard greens, my giant red mustards. I trimmed back this big boy and moved it to a different location. It's really suffered with all the sun. Got one little tomato there, which I'm surprised to see. Oh, here's another one. Well, maybe it'll bounce back. I did give it some fertilizer today, and I trimmed it back, I pruned it, and I'll give it a little more time. So I trimmed back all the green onion plants. And this is the result. Minus the beans. I just happened to find those in my green onion hunt. And so I am going to go in the house and dehydrate them and make a green onion powder. So I'm here in my kitchen, and let me just tell you about something I'm very disappointed about, and that is my tomato production. It was so hot, you know, tomatoes just had a hard time growing, and I finally got a nice batch, and I took them off the vine while they were green, because I figured, you know, let me put them in a brown bag, get them out this heat, and they're a good size, and perhaps they'll go ahead and just ripen up. So what happened, I put them in a nice dark place, 5 days, about 5 days, maybe 6. And when I went to pick that bag up, the bottom fell out. All the tomatoes fell out on the floor. Some of them were rotten. So I lost all those nice sized tomatoes. Because look, this is what I wanted to do with it. So since I'm new to prepping and canning and things like that, I wanted to make it easy on myself. So I bought packages of this Mrs. Wages pasta sauce. And so I'm looking forward to getting enough tomatoes out my garden so I can make some of this and can some of this and preserve it. I also have this Mrs. Wages salsa mix. And again, I'm just waiting for enough peppers and tomatoes and things like that to come out my garden so I can make this stuff. So just very disappointed. I think I had finally got to the point where I had quite a few tomatoes where I could do at least one of these. And the bottom literally fell out of my bag. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll get some more tomatoes during the month of September so I can at least can something. I'm trying to learn how to can things, so I gotta can something. So we're taking a walk out to the compost bin. So this one I'm just letting settle. I keep putting water in it, and I plan on using this one for the spring. This one, I continue to fill. This morning I did a lot of juicing, so I have a lot of fruit and vegetable pieces in here. I hate when I waste. These are some cantaloupe that I cut up about a week ago, and we got so busy we didn't have a chance to eat it or juice it or do anything with it. And now, I don't like the way it smells, so out it goes. I guess I kind of still feel like I'm not being wasteful by putting it in the compost bin. It's all still gonna get used in some form or another. This is my little project for the spring, and I'm trying to make things easier on myself. I've kind of been a chaos gardener so far, just kind of planting things where I wanted to. But now as I'm learning better how to garden, what seasons to garden, where to plant things for the best sun or things that can take shade, I have invested in these metallic raised garden bins. Now this is an inexpensive one. Actually, I got 2 in a package, so I have 8 of them. And I'm going to start gradually filling out this side of the garden to get it ready for spring. They're inexpensive. As the years go by, perhaps I'll invest in, something a little bit better. I cut up the boxes or tore the boxes apart and put in there, and I took all the tape off, the tape and the labels and things like that. So that's my start for my first garden bed. My birds are back, do you hear them? So I'm trying not to spend so much money on the garden so that it's useful for me. The point of the garden is to save money. Look at that little bell pepper there coming in. So I purchased these bone meal fertilizer spikes, and you get like 50 in a pack. And I knew I needed to fertilize. I usually just use the liquid fish fertilizer, the 511, but I figured that my peppers and my eggplants needed a little bit more. And so I purchased these, and I kind of went around and stuck the spikes in the ground. That's a new one that's coming there, a new little eggplant that's coming there. I hear my birds. I am just so thrilled that they're back. You just don't know. I think this is amaranth. Look how beautiful that is. So anyway, these bone meal fertilizer spikes, they were a good price, and I got 3 bags of them, and there's 50 in each bag. So I just went through and stuck the spikes in the ground around the tomatoes, the eggplants, and the peppers. So we'll see how they do. This is loaded with jalapenos, but they're all still, I just want them to be a little bit bigger because I want to cut those things off and make some jalapeno pepper sauce and jalapeno poppers. Jalapeno poppers is a favorite. So it's so much fun thinking about what to do with the garden in the spring for the next year. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That's in the green stalk. I think next year I want one of these to be mostly flowers. So maybe I'll have 3 of them next year. Hey, the tomatoes are trying to come back and give me something for my sauces and salsas. Come on through, tomatoes. Come on through. So this is a very tall African marigold with 2 flowers, and they're on their way out, but I think these are some seeds here that I can save. I think these are some seeds here that I can save. He just flew right behind me and scared the dickens out of me when I was showing you the African marigolds. Look, they're back. They're back. Jeez. Now back to what I was doing. I think I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted by the blue jay. These are some seeds I believe that I can save. So let's just cook those. And so far, this okra ain't doing nothing but looking beautiful. This little flower buds every other day. Shows off a little bit. But I have only gotten 1 okra off of this plant so far. So I've been fertilizing it every so often, so maybe there's more to come. So it's nice having a greenhouse now, so I can perhaps get myself organized. Right now, my items are in the shed. Shed number 1, shed number 2, the garage, under the deck. This big old packaging had 1 little packet of seeds in it. So I heard y'all keep talking about comfrey and how good it is for the garden. Plus, I guess there's some medicinal benefits to it. So, well, I still have my southern border in effect in order to keep the groundhog out. I haven't seen him in about a month, so maybe he's found greener pastures. Let's hope so. So these are all my outdoor gardening shoes. Man, and I can never find them when I need them. Gotta do better with that. So you know how you have to clean out your closet every once in a while? The same with all your gardening tools. So let's go through this box. Let's see. Got these knee pads. Got this big cover right here. I think this is a greenhouse protection. Got a big giant roll of this somewhere. These are little vegetable protections. I use these for the blueberries. They came in real handy. These are vegetable supports. I buy stuff. I haven't even used it. Garden mesh netting. I don't really know what this is anymore. I see some hooks. Some kind of anchors for the vegetables. Boy, I got more plant covers than you can shake a stick at. I don't think I have the hoops though. More plant cover. Now I remember why I started this adventure. I was looking for grow bags. I had bought these 30-gallon grow bags for potatoes. And my potato growing season just didn't do so well in that first 30-gallon bag. So these never got used. Maybe they will for something else. Dang, how many did I buy? 30 gallon. Wow. There's like 6 of them. And I only used one. 30 gallons is a lot. I didn't realize how huge they were going to be. I needed a 10-gallon grow bag. I'll just wait and recycle. Whew, refreshing drink time. Gardening is hard work. So this was all full under the deck. And all this stuff was in that green bin under the deck. Look at that. Couldn't even close the top on it. So now my goal is to get everything in here. Just get all organized in here. It's not very big, but I'm sure that I can organize. And these trees are starting to shed for the fall, for autumn. And I will have an abundance of leaves back here, which will be very helpful for these 8 raised beds that I need to put together. And then I've got all these pieces of tomato cages that can be assembled. There's a whole lot of these in the garden as well. And so I need to do something with them. Here's some excess stuff that I'll be able to use. All right, sweet tomato vine, Linda, I'm gonna try it. What color is the tomato?
Red.
Okay, let me see you pick it. You wanna pick it? Put your hand in there. Pull it. Hey, you picked a tomato.
Yeah. I pick it, but no bugs can be on this tomato.